Hi everyone, Wendy from Stamping with Wendy A again. I've got a little card for you today made with the Turtle Friends. This is going to be a card for a lady who's just had a baby and she's had a boy, so I'm going to do a little mail hello little one card. So I'm going to use this little sentiment here and say hello little one. So I've prepared some of the card. So I've got a piece of Just Jade here. Just checking, yeah, Just Jade. And I've folded it ready to be my card base. I've got myself a piece of white cardstock that I've cut 6 mils smaller to leave a 3 mil border all round. This designer series paper is from the hand penned series. I will put all of the products in the description box below, but it's absolutely gorgeous paper, this, with flowers and lovely patterns. So I love that stripy pattern. I've cut that out with the scalloped contours die. So I used this die here. So you can see, yep, the pretty edges on that one. So I've already prepared that in advance. Put that away. I've got myself a bit of white cardstock here so I can stamp my turtle. And I'm using the big turtle here. They've got little small ones as well. And I'll use this one for its shell. So I'm going to do the turtle outline in black. So I've got my Memento black ready to go. And because these are photopolymer stamps, I'm stamping onto a piercing mat. All right, that's my turtle outline. I've got his shell here ready to go. I'm going to do that in Just Jade. Now my Just Jade is brand new, so I will just massage the ink down. I have already done this morning, but I will do it again. It just makes it so there's not so much ink on the stamped, well, on the stamp really, and you just get a better result. What I actually should have done is stamped while the ink pad was really juicy, so I could show you the difference. That is just my practice run. And yeah, so you line this up with the outline. There we go. And while I've got that out, I'm just going to get my water brush. I'm using a bit of the Just Jade. Let's get this water going, and I'm going to do these little toes. And his tail. I should have probably stamped this in Stays On, because I'm using water. If I was doing a lot, I definitely would have used Stays On. The reason for using Stays On, this is Stays On here, it's not a water-based ink. The reason to use that when you're using your water brushes is because if you use a water-based ink like Memento, when you start painting near it, you know, you've got the chance of it running. But because it was such a small area, I didn't worry too much about it. But yeah, just always keep that in mind. Same if you're using the Stampin' Blends. They're alcohol markers, so you wouldn't use StazOn with that. You would definitely use this. So you always try and use whatever you're colouring in with, you use the opposite in the ink. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use my punch, and I'm going to punch out the turtle. So you hold your punch upside down so you can see your image, and you just line up the image as best you can and then punch it out. And here is my cute little turtle ready to go on the card. Okay, so that is that one. This is a nice easy card as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a circle out of this pretty base paper here. I'm going to just cut it in the corner like that, and then I can put my little turtle in there. So I'm using the layering circles here. I've just chosen the right size that I want, and I'll just bring my cut and emboss machine in here for you to see a bit of die cutting. You've seen me do this heaps before, but I'll just give you another quick look in case die cutting is new to you. So I've just popped my die onto the cardstock where I want it to cut, and I'm going to put my top plate down on the top without moving the die. You can use a bit of washi tape or a post-it note to hold it down if you feel that you need to, and then you pop it through the machine, and I'll just move my machine out the way, and it has cut the circle out for you. So don't throw that piece of cardstock away. I'm sure we can use that on something else. I'll just pop that to the side. All right, so I've got my background paper there ready to go, and I'll pop that up on some dimensionals, and then I've got a little bit of space to put my pretty little turtle on. I'm also going to stamp the sentiment inside that circle as well. So what I might do is I'll do that first before I start sticking anything together. Bring my piercing mat back in. All right, so that is going to go about there, and he's going to go there, and then I will put my sentiment on just there. Okay, so get my Just Jade back out, and I might do a little test on some paper. Just push that up there, just do a test first. I always like to, because this is a brand new stamp set, I always like to do a little test. I tend to do a test stamp on everything I do. Okay. I'm just bringing that down so I can get my head over the top, just to get my position. There we are. Happy with that. Okay, I can start putting the card together. I have got some white ribbon. This is the crinkled seam binding ribbon that I'm going to tie around as well. So first thing I'm going to do is I will stick the white down onto here, and I'll use my liquid Tombow glue for that. I always store my glues upside down. I always store them in that sort of position, especially when they start getting you know, a little bit empty. It just keeps the glue down at the opening. You know, if you store them the right way up, or top up, you just find that the glue goes down to the bottom, and then when you need to use it, you've got to wait for it to come up to the opening. And when the glue is getting quite empty, that can take a long time. Okay, so I'm going to put this onto dimensionals, but I'll put my ribbon around it first. So with the ribbon, I'm going to put it up here. So what I'll do is I'll put it through these little openings here. So I'm going to do it on the third. That's where I was going to put it, wasn't it? About there, yep. So I'll just put myself a piece of double-sided tape just there, because that will hold the ribbon in place. You can see I don't know whether you can see that on camera, I've got a little bit of colour on the end of my ribbon. This ribbon's really great. You can colour it with your Stampin' blends. So the Stampin' blends, you just use the thick end and just to go over your ribbon, and you can colour your ribbon to match the cardstock. But in this case, I want the ribbon white, so I'm just going to use it white today. So I'll just stick that down there, and then that's going to come across there. So I'll cut that off just about there and poke it through. Okay, and then stick it down on the back. So there's my ribbon. I am going to put a bow on there afterwards, so but what I'll do is I'll get it onto my card base first. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click on the bell icon, and then you will be notified when I upload new videos. Just putting on some dimensionals, which will pop the it'll pop this up. I'll put some little ones just here as well. And there we are. So yeah, this will pop it up and give it a little bit of dimension. I'm just exposing the sticky part. So yeah, very cute but very easy card, this one. Let me know what you think. If you if you like it. Let me know in the comments or press the like button. There we go. That's it. Okay, that's very cute. And then I've got my little turtle that I'm going to put on dimensionals as well, and pop him up. There we go. And then all I've got to do is make my bow. And thank you to everybody who has commented on my videos. I always love to hear from you all. So I'll pop him on there, just on a little angle. Got one of my dimensional backs there. There he is. He's looking very cute. And the last thing to do is make a bow. So I've brought in my trusty bow maker. I've started using this. I've always struggled a little bit with making nice bows. So I found this in my stash. Had this for years. I've just never really used it. But it makes a really nice bow, so I have started using it in some of my videos. There we are, and then you just slip it off the top. So many of you probably don't even need to do this. I'm sure that there's lots of great bow ties out there, it's just I'm not one of them. So I just like to use my little gadget. Okay, so all I've got to do now is stick that on with a glue dot. So I'm just going to stick, first of all I'll use a glue dot to stick my ribbon down so it doesn't move around, and then I will use a glue dot to stick my bow on with. Okay, and just put him a little bit off center like that. And there we are. Very easy. Very easy and very pretty. And you could change the colours and do this for a girl as well if you, you know, you wanted to make a card for a girl. Yeah, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye for now.